Arweave. Now, Arweave has made a couple of really good strides that I want to talk about in this video. One is a significant one with regards to Ethereum. The other, I just think is a wonderful idea, and I think actually could really take off very, very well. And with those in mind, I think this can still have a good year. Now, before I get into it, if you are new here, the spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were all coins that I thought were going to do very, very well and make a lot of cash, which is obviously why I bought them up in my videos. And these were the prices when I did it. And these are the highs that these coins hit in the last bull cycle, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd have just popped $100 into these coins. So if you'd have done it for every single one in the last bull cycle from a $2,600 investment, you'd have made over 123 grand. Now, the thing is we're in a bull cycle right now, and if you are sitting on coins you're not confident in, you have to get that sorted. If you don't know where to start, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the website that I run where I share all the coins that I own with my members. So whenever I find a crypto that I want to buy, I explain why I'm buying it and the price that I'm going to be buying it at. So my members get into cryptos same price as me. Whenever I'm going to sell, I do the same thing. So my members get out of cryptos same price as me. So there is no work for them to make the same profit. And if you go onto the site, you can actually see some of the profits that my members have made. These are public records on the history of this channel. You can also see some of the successes that we have had which led to those profits. Whether it was a quick flip meme coin the members got in and out of in a couple of weeks and it did a few hundred X. Whether it is Phantom, which in the last bull cycle was one of the biggest gainers, which when no one was talking about it, my members got in at half a cent and it went up nearly 700 times. Made some of my members millionaires. It's public record. And if after reading through the site, verifying it, or you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners this bull cycle, all you've got to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. Now, Arweave. So they're trying to build a perma web. That's what they call it, right? So this is a permanent decentralized web with a number of community-driven applications and platforms. Basically, it's a collectively owned hard drive that never, ever, ever forgets. The Arweave token is necessary for the whole thing. It's paid to miners to indefinitely store the network's information. It was originally called R-Chain, they rebranded to Arweave or Arweave. It was founded by Sam Williams and William Jones. They came up with the idea while walking up a mountain in Scotland, and it was pushed as a DAO in the end. They did launch with centralized leadership, but they pushed towards a DAO in January of 2020, comprised of core community members to further the development and expansion of the network. The whole idea is that we don't lose information, because that's one thing that happens over the course of time. You know, a lot of information just becomes harder and harder and harder to find. I mean, you look at the internet now, like, it is nothing like it was when it first came about. Finding reliable information is very, very tricky because the powers that be control where you can look. And this is basically aiming to be the library of information for everyone. Store, share information between individuals across time to new generations. That is it. Wonderful idea. They announced that they'd received $8.3 million in funding from Andreessen Horowitz, Union Square Ventures, and Coinbase Ventures. They also had earlier investment from Andreessen Horowitz and Union Square Ventures, along with Multicoin Capital. Obviously, they could see the benefit of this as a long-term prospect. One thing that is also very, very interesting, so there are two things that have happened as of late. One is that Ethereum Arweave's been integrated with Ethereum for decentralized storage proofs, which strengthens dApps hugely. So basically what has happened is that the integration connects Ethereum directly with both Filecoin and Arweave networks. Developers then use these platforms for persistent data storage with dApps within the dApps. So it means there's a better solution for on-chain data needs for all of these dApps. It means the dApps are more reliable. It means long-term. the ecosystem for Ethereum is more reliable, but Arweave is fundamental to that, which is a very, very good sign. The other thing that they have done is they have launched a decentralized domain service. Now this, I actually think, is a great idea because it ensures permanent hosting, and they've launched credit card payments for Web3 identity and hosting. But the main thing as well here is that this is censorship resistant, like hugely censorship resistant. That is a massive, massive plus in a time where actually a lot of websites go down because they are censored. A lot of information in the world goes down because it's censored. And something like Arweave, which is a permanent permanent website hosting, it means if you are running a site that maybe is not well received for whatever reason, you can do it on Arweave. And I could see the potential for this taking off, especially when we see surges in censorship across a lot of the major platforms. This could be a very, very, very significant alternative for a lot of people that are trying to get information out of there, whether it is, like your individual journalists that are trying to do reporting and they get censored. There are like a plethora of different ways that this could actually be of great, great use. It's a very intriguing premise. As I said, I actually think Arweave is a very, very strong project. Now, one thing that is going to be of great importance as well will be, one thing that's going to be not great importance, one thing that could greatly surge the net ecosystem of Arweave, which, by the way, trusted by Meta, trusted by Instagram, that's no small thing, would be centralized hacks. Now, this isn't the same as like, say, a Sirecoin or a StoreJ, but decentralized storage, even if this is slightly different, but would hugely rise if we saw a hack of, say, the cloud, say Azure, any of the big three. If any of those suffered a significant hack, we would almost certainly see these decentralized networks have great, great success. And I think, you can't bet on that happening, but it's something to be aware of. Like, if you're paying attention to the news, and I don't necessarily think that's a great idea, by the way, but if you pay attention to the news and you see that there's been a hack, I would almost certainly expect that these solutions like Arweave, solutions like StoreJ, Sirecoin, Filecoin would have huge, huge, huge percentage rises, because I think it would open up people's perspective to, A, you can save a lot of money with particular solutions, but B, they're more secure. They're more secure. And while people don't necessarily care a ton about security, when something goes wrong, they care a lot. We've had an amazing 2021, going up to like $90 in the most recent bull cycle. In this current bull cycle, it's went up to about just shy of $50. Obviously, it's a bit of a way off that right now, but I'm not necessarily sure. I was expecting that this was going to actually fly back to $100, and I still think there's an absolute shot of that. But I think realistically, right now, initial target is getting above its previous high of this past year. So getting to $50 is the initial target. After that, we can look at 100. I still think 100 is well within the realms of possibility. It's 14x. It's not insane. But it is going to depend on, do they widen? Do they grow more? They're trusted by Meta, they're trusted by Instagram. Say they were trusted by X. Announced a partnership with X, that would surge it. They are working with big, big names. The question is can they grow more? And does wider institutional interest become more common? Which when you are looking at institutions who have billions of data points that they process every week, something that has a permanent solution like Arweave could be the backbone for a lot of institutions. And then again, I think we'd see a surge. I think there's loads of room for this to grow and succeed. It's just, who do they work with? How do they support whatever it is, whether it's an institution, a website, a huge Fortune 500 company, whatever. But I still think there's plenty of room for this to do well in this bull cycle. But I am interested to hear what people think on this. Does anyone think, what do you think would be the biggest catalyst for this to absolutely rocket up? Do you think it's a centralized hack? Do you think it's just the announcement they're working with, say, X? Do you think it's that they announce that they're working with Bank of America, for example? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Maybe there's something I haven't considered. And guys, we are in a bull cycle, and if you are sitting on coins you're not confident in or not happy with, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the website that I run where I share every single coin that I own with my members. Whenever I find any crypto that I think is going to do very, very well, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to be buying, why I'm buying it, the price I'm going to be buying it at. Whenever I sell, I do the same thing. There's no work for my members. They get in and out of cryptos, same price as me, so they make the same profit. On my site, you can see some of the profits my members have made. You can see testimonials from my members. You can see some of the past successes. Whether it's Phantom, which my members got in on at half a cent, it did nearly 700x in the last bull cycle. Whether it's a quick flip meme coin that the members were in and out of in a couple of weeks and did a 300x. Everything on the site is public record. Verify it all. And if you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners this year, all you've got to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, folks, I will see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.